What is toxicity? What does it mean when someone's toxic? And what are the mechanics of it? Believe it or not, when someone's toxic, it means that they're suffering. Suffering is not a natural state. And toxicity is what people typically refer to when they're referring to the contagiousness of suffering. And why is suffering so contagious? Because it's created, driven, and sustained by emotional repression. And if I were to voice what emotional repression sounds like, it would sound like this. If I'm not allowed to know, access, feel, or express what I'm really feeling deep down, then nobody else is either. This means if you repress and bury hurt, you're going to be monitoring the horizon of your life at all times for anyone that's expressing or showing hurt, and through a variety of different toxic strategies, trying to get them to repress and bury their own. And same goes for if you repress anger. You're going to be toxically policing people in your life to make sure that they don't express what you're not allowed to express. See, suffering isn't feeling and expressing emotions. Suffering is not being able to feel and express emotions. And so the reason that emotional repression, suffering, and toxicity is so rampant is because most of us are, to varying degrees, already in emotional repression, and we have been since childhood. When we repress what's true, we're forced to identify with what's false or what's toxic. The toxic masculine is repressing his masculinity and so has to pretend that he's masculine. And the toxic feminine repressing her femininity and has to pretend that she's feminine, see? So how do we detoxify? We come out of emotional repression. And how do we know when we've started to? When our bodies truly start to allow us to be us and others to be others, no matter what emotional or energetic expression is happening, yeah? When we stop compulsively suffering because others are compulsively suffering, when suffering ceases to be contagious. Learn more at repressiontest.com.